Hello everyone, this is Airi, and today I will be looking at Epistory, Typing Chronicles. Or is that Epistory? This is a typing game, as far as I can tell from the summary, and, well, apparently this is November, and, well, when it's November, it's National November Rising Month, or NaNoWriMo for short, so, since I haven't really done any writing on that novel I wanted to make, I figured this would suffice for a good excuse. Or maybe not. I don't know anything about this game. I've literally just started it up. It appears to have nice graphics here, and it's probably going to be quite a pleasant experience as a simple typing game. And yeah, this is a nice presentation here, just looking at the title screen itself. Here you have buttons for Twitter, Facebook, and Discord, although the colorings doesn't pop out enough in the background. And we've got a whole bunch of options here. Now, usually I begin in the options, so let's go there, although I will point out that when I started up this game, it actually came up with the usual Unity screen resolution window. I can't show that on screen, but it's a nice alternative from trying to auto detect your settings and figuring it out that way. Although some people may or may not like that because it'll always come up. So I was able to set my resolution already. Let's see. Gameplay language. American, French, German, some kind of German variant, Spanish, Russian, Polish, Brazilian Portuguese. I'm not sure what that is. Japanese. Chinese, British English, Italian. Wow, there are a lot of languages here. Although, okay, that's kind of out of order. American, and then British. Oh wow, there's QWERTY as all of these different keyboard options as well. That's very nice. Okay. Oh dear. Menu and story language. The fact that this changes is a bit of concern in case you get stuck in the wrong language. Usually the way around that is to use some kind of icon or just reset your settings and hope for the best. There's also the fact that this says the language name in the language. It's not really a big deal, but it's just... Let's see, automatically leave typing mode. I don't understand what that is. Adaptive difficulty, I leave that on. Lens blur. This is usually called depth of field. And this is usually called VSync, so the phrasing here is a bit unusual, although having 3 volume meters is kind of standard. Usually there would be a 4th one for master, but it's not really a big deal for PC. And there's also some sort of... there's some sort of modding capability. That's nice. And gameplay reset. So back to here. This is quaint. There's no music though. It's just a bird song. Let's see what these other things are. Profile. It's just a name. Let's just call this Harry. Back. What is statistics? I can use this to see how fast I can type. Arena. This is some kind of multiplayer mode, I suppose. Okay. Another thing as well is that these graphics are quite nice. The download is about 1.1 gigabytes, and well, just from seeing this title screen, I'm hoping it's worth it. Well, that frame rate was a bit low. I wonder if that's a stylistic thing.
Always been lost.
Nice intro to some kind of generic story.
And so she followed.
Oh, what's this? This is not E, F, J, and I. Oh, that's clever. Those are 4 directions, but they correspond to your normal hand positions for typing and not playing a WASD video game. F and J are in the home positions with those tabs. That's clever. That's because doing this, I mean, it's unusual. Yeah, this feels unusual, but it also enforces your hands to stay on the correct positions for typing. Although, I would have gone with ESDF or IJKL. Oh, what's this? Wait a minute. Did it just auto-switch? Oh, wow. Well, there's no reason for it to accept IJKL, but oh wow, there's WASD as well. And it's nice because by default it's enforcing you to stick with your normal home positions. Oh, and the interface is dynamically changing.
She was.
Those controls are recommended for better typing, but you can use your usual gaming controls, just as I surmised. Even though resting your hands on ASDF would actually help you type faster, for people who play games quite often, well, I'm mostly just speaking for myself, but I actually type with my hands on WASD, which is probably slower than it should be, but it's just the way I'm used to it.
The path was blocked before.
This, though, it's an interesting idea. Ta-da.
The path stretched deeper into the forest.
Yeah, so now I'm actually using WASD to move and type at the same time. I mean, my index fingers aren't on F and J because of that, but, well, as someone who plays on keyboard and mouse quite often, that's actually how I type. Trying to play with E, F, and J, I for movement is an interesting, is a fascinating idea, though.
She felt the woods.
I wonder how many people actually play like that. Oh, and as simple as this is, this is a great aesthetic. It's all paper craft. Yeah, it's all paper craft leading to low poly models, which means this can probably play on any kind of platform. Well, as long as you have a keyboard, anyway. Although the lighting, there is no shadows. There's no kind of shadows here.
The longer she felt.
Yeah, so there's no shadows there. No ambient occlusion, naturally. But that does mean this feels a little flat. Maybe that's intentional because this is a book.
She remembered
although there
precious
is,
stones.
I believe, some sort of corner fade effect. I think it's called vignette or something. Velocity and intensity. That text there is a bit too dark to read. Blends in with the background a bit too much. Okay, that's a bit of a flaw. I don't actually know what tab I'm looking at. There's no highlight here. What's this? Some kind of... Oh, artifact. Incredible. Crease.
Is not my muse.
I certainly agree with that.
And fire fell from the sky.
Oh dear. Oh, that is a wonderful flame effect. Okay, so this is probably a little pedantic, but these tiles, normally, you know, you would make tiles as a square, and that's fine.
She
but
didn't know,
books are not
but she
normally
wasn't home
square.
anymore.
Sheets of paper and stuff like that. So that actually makes the whole thing look a little weird. It makes me think of, well, origami rather than paper
Cactus
craft.
chattering creatures began to appear.
Oh dear, is this some kind of combat? Wow, nouns are my enemy.
Gnashing moth.
Woe is me. But you will pay for that.
I should not.
Okay, now let's pause this and switch to American English just to see what this is like. Probably not much of a difference, aside from, you know, just spellings and stuff. I'm still a little bothered by that. Oh, that's the entire bottom row, isn't it? Clever. Astounding. Is this a worthy chest of stuff? I don't know, because all I did was get some points. This is very dark and ominous. Okay, let's see what happens when I change a gameplay language that doesn't line up with the story language. So let's change to Japanese and American English. Let's see what happens now.
She found herself alone,
Oh,
lost in darkness.
Sean. That's using Waparo, of course. Oh, this is teaching a bunch of kanji as well, although there's no translation, of course. Okay, let's see what happens when I change this to Japanese as well. Let's just go back to British English there. Oh, it's entirely in Japanese. Let's see if there's voice.
Briar and bramble blocked her path.
No, there is no Japanese voice.
Ancient paintings.
Although I suppose that's kind of a given.
There were new paths all around her.
Now I can destroy stuff. I'm sure. Okay, the colours of that is rather difficult to read because everything is lava. Heater. It is a little warm here, isn't it? Oh, did I type that right? Oh wait, I need to do this quickly. Like both at the same time. Okay. If you wait, you don't have to type the next word. Addendum. Good. Get that. Yes. Coco. Oh, that's not right. ECO. That's not right. So. Oh. Unit. Oh, not in time. No. No, that's not right. Okay. Oh, this is a time segment. I'm trapped. I can't change the language. No, this is it. Me. Okay. So some of the typing here isn't standard with Waparo input or word processing input. There was a letter C there rather than a K for I think that was echo. That was a little unusual, but let's just change things back to English, just to keep things less confusing for anyone who's watching, I think. Let's see, am I going the right way? The fact that I can use tab to open the menus is nice. This is a clever way to make a typing game, because it is, instead of just being a typing test with just text, there's some kind of mystical story context here, fantasy story here, in play. No, I suppose I need to go here. Oh, those words are long. Pyromaniac, phototherapy. Oh dear, those are... Oopsie. Campfire. Kazanfunka. Wow, so these words are actually entirely different. It's not translated. Oh, and I just realized this map is aligned in the wrong direction. The game is isometric, but the map is not tilted. That's a little disappointing. Oh, is that treasure? Are you? Collectible fragment. Burning hollow. Oh, that's nice. Some kind of collectible painting. Remember that the next word will burn. Try to set insects on fire as soon as possible. Give them time to burn. Okay, I'm guessing this is some kind of boss battle, especially given the camera angle, and... oh, I'm just realizing that there's some kind of lighting now. But it's cell shading on my character and not shadows on the environment. Zinc. Cave. Toy. But this is war, and you'll be caught in my web. And my bark. Certainly louder than my bark. I can't think of anything with that word. Burn to ash. I'll give you the axe. To us, human. Don't be so bad. Don't get so tied up in what I'm doing here. Oh, that's a fat one. Sure then, let's see how I can thin the herd. But I'm just playing a game, so I shouldn't feel so sour if I go back after failing. This volume is kind of high now for the music, it's kind of distracting. Institutional... oh dear, this is a long name. Oh boy, wow, I think that's the entire area finished.
I've surrounded her.
Wow. Okay, so I've completed a tutorial area and one epic dungeon, so that's pretty much an entire game cycle plus tutorial, and wow, this is rather impressive. Graphically, it's not much to speak of, but it's probably deliberately so, because of the whole papercraft aesthetic. Probably count as rather low and all that. I am kind of wondering why there aren't any shadows, aside from what I believe to be, yeah, they're model shadows. It looks more cel-shaded down in that pit. Yeah, I suppose there could be more variety in the coloring and the lighting. It's colorful, but the vibrancy is consistent. Probably because there aren't any shadows. There are no high and lows. Control-wise, there isn't much to speak of because this is just a typing game. As long as you have a keyboard, you can type. Whether it's the fact that you can use EFJI as some kind of a control input it's a clever idea, because it keeps your hands on the optimal typing position. Although for me, I just use WASD and typed as typed with my hands there. Yeah, design-wise, this is a pretty simple romp through a map. There's not much to speak of. I think I got lost a bit often, a bit too often, I think. But hopefully it'll get a little bit better. In the overworld here, it was probably leading me on because stuff kept appearing. Now, one thing I am wondering is whether I'll become more lost as I go on. This tutorial area had pages and lands popping up as I went forward, which told me where I could go. And the text showing up constantly also showed me where to go, but down in that pit it was kind of confusing. The colour palette down there was kind of disorienting because everything was red. I'm sure there'll be more variety as I go on, but I don't want to spend any more time on this game for just the first impressions review thing. And yeah, I guess that's it. It's really quite impressive. I mean, even though graphically it's simple, I mean, you don't really need that much for a papercraft style and just a lot of text. The options here are astonishing. There are so many languages, and I'm guessing you can type in all of them. Oh, I can't change it anymore. I'm guessing it's because this... Oh, wait. Is that a bug? Okay. That's a display bug of some sort. I'm not sure why that's happening. I'm scrolling, but this isn't updating. I did not expect to find a bug there. But you know, the fact that you can mod this game as well to add more areas and as much text as you want is pretty cool. Everything is tile-based, which means making a mod is probably quite simple. And yeah, I'm quite impressed by a typing game of all things. So yeah, that's it. This was Epistory or Epistory. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a portmanteau of epic story or something history. So yeah, thank you for watching. Until next time, perhaps. And yeah.